Hey everybody, it is me. And I wanted to, before I go to work, I wanted to touch really quick about my meditation this morning and what they were talking about when it comes to astrology. Angels and astrology, they go together. And this is how I'm learning astrology, right? Because the other way around is just not working for me yet. It will at some point, but right now I'm more working towards angels and astrology to understand, and the messages are just a little different when it comes from the angels. So, of course, everybody knows that my sister does the meanest astrology in this world, and I'm not taking that away. I'll tell you, the meditation today was with Archangel Uriel. I have never, hey LJ, I have never channeled Uriel, at least not this way. And I was talking to him. I was saying that there were so many people that I had a heavy heart because there were so many people struggling with this second full moon of January. The fact that February there's not going to be any full moon, and he was like, good. And I'm like, oh, okay, then I guess it is something good. And then he also went a little further. There is going to be a total lunar eclipse, and it's going to be in Leo. I'm Leo. And it's going to be in Leo, this beautiful January 31st. And it's going to be a total lunar eclipse, and a lot of people are going to be able to see it. So if you can videotape it and put it in the group, oh my God, I'm going to appreciate it so much, and everybody is as well. So, but that means that it's going to bring changes to everybody. So just when you thought that things were finally going to start settling down after the chaos, it's not. It's going to bring changes, but not chaos, says Uriel. We all feel each eclipse is different to us. We feel different things, and we start feeling them from even the beginning of the month before that eclipse happens. It's our bodies. Remember, our bodies are a big giant pendulum, and we're balancing against everything that's in the universe and what's beyond the universe that we don't even know about. So as we balance ourselves in this universe, on this earth, that's gyrating at millions of miles an hour. As we're moving millions of miles an hour. Good morning, Kim. Yes, it will settle down, LJ. You'll see. You'll see, because the angels are helping us with this. They're telling, Uriel told me that we don't have to accept the chaos. So, and this is what this is about, because I don't usually talk about astrology. I leave that to my sister. She's the queen of astrology. But with the angels, I'm able to understand what's going on astrologically. Crazy, right? So, this is the thing. We're already feeling what's happening in Leo as Leo is approached by this eclipse. I feel it, and I feel great. All right, and these are big changes that I'm going through, and it feels great. So it should be the same with you. So there are going to be emergencies, there are going to be crises, but we're going to blame some things and not the eclipse. A lot of people say, well, that's the eclipse. Okay, that's good thinking. Well, it may be the eclipse, but Uriel says, okay, you can blame the eclipse, but what are you going to do about it? So this was what his message was about. It felt a little scolding, but, and it did. It felt a little scolding. It felt like, okay, get off your ass, and oh, sorry, I said ass. Get off your butt, and blame it on the eclipse, but do something about it, because you don't have to accept the negative energies or the negative conditions that come into your houses. You can soften it. You can make it work for you. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm up for that. So he gave me, oh my God, he gave me something about the eclipse is going to be 11 degrees, 30-something minutes, Leo. It was numbers. He gave me numbers, and I was like, dude, furthest I went was algebra, so let go of that part and give me the rest. So he laughed, and he was like, that's not an excuse. And I'm like, damn, okay, so I'm being scolded again. I'm used to it. Michael does it all the time. So this is he said, well, since you don't want to, because it was me, I did not want to accept numbers at this morning at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't want to do math. So he said, okay, fine. So he said, I need you guys to understand that from the first week of January, after that supermoon, that there have been extra tension for some people. And some of them have been shocking. And he went about to say, some things happen so that you learn how to fix it, how to go around it. Hey, Jenny, how to go around the tension. And some of you have done it very well. Some of you have asked for spiritual help. Some of you have asked for mentorship. Some of you have done the things that you feel and you have actually accepted from your guides and your angels to soften blows during that supermoon and what it brought after. But just like that, just like we encountered those sudden changes, feelings, the need to hurry, the need of separation, he says, we're also showing you that how you counteract it is by slowing down, thinking, and opening yourself to a positive possibility. So a lot of times these chaotic moments and sudden moments happen, and what we're supposed to do is stand back. And I know I'm guilty. I'm one of those. You need to stand back and you need to look at the situation. Good morning, Jay. You need to look at the situation and you need to say, okay, hold on. I am not going to accept this part of what the Astros want it to be. There are certain things just like with the regular tarot, the major arcanas you can't change, but the minor arcanas, you can bargain, you can make a deal, all right? It's the same thing with astrology because everything is one, all right? In regular tarot, you can make a bargain with the minor arcanas. With astrology, you can do the same because astrology is a projection of what can happen around you, but it's only you are the one that can accept to receive what it brings, or sit back, watch the parade go by, and pick the one that you want and then mold it into you. And this was all explained by Archangel Uriel. It was a 1 hour meditation, and it felt like I was there, like I took a course for a year. That was how weird it was. There's another, and I wrote everything down, typed everything down, so I wouldn't forget anything. So the idea right now is, let's just slow down. We've gone through the first month almost of January, and we have put ourselves through the ringer. And we have not known that we can pick and choose. And I'm here to tell you what he's telling me. You can pick and you can choose. And you can choose to sit back, watch the parade go by, pick what it is that you want to happen. And then the rest you meditate on, and you don't react. You don't react if you're not ready or know what you're reacting to when it comes to astrology and the conditions that the astro world is putting us through. Now, some of us can't help because we're already immersed into that, and we have joined that parade. Okay, but for those of us, and that includes me too, because I don't know that much about astrology except the connection to the angels. For some of us, we can sit back and we can watch and then pick what it is that we want to happen in our lives. Now, one of the things that he was talking about, and Uriel, yeah, he even talked about sex. So we're looking at what he talked about is there's an increase in optimism in general. So even though you're going through some pretty bad times or some pretty shocking and sudden changes, there is still that optimism that we have hidden somewhere. And that's them. That's your angels. Your angels keep giving off little messages of optimism so you don't succumb to that extra violent moment of depression, even though you're fighting depression. But they are actually pushing through optimism for us so that these changes astrologically don't engulf us completely and take us into a place that we don't want to be. So, knowing that Mars is conjunct with Jupiter, especially in the beginning of the year, new passions came in. New opportunities came in. Scorpios are very passionate. So if you're a Scorpio, holy cow, good for you. You are an extreme lovable. You give yourself to your partners, and one of the things that you were able to do, and it's going to come to, you're going to actually let it go at the end of the lunar eclipse. When that final movement of the lunar eclipse is gone, you Scorpio, yeah, you Scorpio moon are going to realize that you're going to be able to solve a big problem inside of you. All right, inside of you. One problem that you've been getting haunted about for a very long time, but you need to start getting that problem now, bring it up, and you need to ask your angels to move it. You don't need it anymore. Now, Jupiter is going to be in a really positive and direct position, right? That's one of the things he talked about. Again, he gave me numbers. I have no idea what that is. And that means that there's going to, or there has been, a wonderful increase of interest in all psychic things. But that means for everyone. So everyone that has been away or has moved away from psychic and spiritual teachings and messages, and even groups like ours, there's a renewed interest. You have passed your own tests. You have moved forward, and now you see spiritualism in a whole different light. Well, it doesn't stop there. It continues to show you, and you need to accept this, especially at this time of the year for January, February, and March, because it was able to tell me up to March. You need to accept that you don't need to rely on anybody's negative feelings, including your own. This is very important in the first 3 months of this year, because this year is about balance. And because they're dealing with balance, you need to balance your fears, your negativity, and you need to bring in only the positive aspect of all the things that are happening, because things happen because we accept it. And deep down inside, guess what happens? Deep down inside, we have not let go of that little piece of fear that allows us to still hide our feelings and our knowledge and our movement towards enlightenment. That is still in there. You've got January, February, and March to balance. What Uriel would like to see is he would like to see, good morning, Sonia. He would like to see that fear and ego, okay, and everything that ego brings, which is fear, and something very important that he reaffirmed. When we live in fear and ego makes it comfortable. It's like there's a veil in front of us and a big cozy room where we feel comfortable in our misery. They're looking. They cannot help you if you want to be in that cozy room. They can't take you out, even though they are the ones that you have asked help from. Because you have free will, if you decide to be comfortable in that negative environment, in that fearing environment, they cannot take you out. You can ask them, please take me out. Oh, but I feel so comfortable here. There is no balance. Oh, take me out. Oh, but I feel so comfortable here. This happens. All right. So Uriel was very explicit about feeling comfortable in the environment of fear, anger, victim. It is all there in ego, because ego wants you to want it. Doesn't want to feel alone. I don't blame it, because it is viable. It's real. Okay? So do you blame ego? No, bad ego, bad ego. No. You train ego. You use ego for protection from things and and situations that you may find that ego will help. But ego has no business in your happiness. It does not belong in your happy. Okay? So that's one of the things that Uriel was talking about. And with this lunar eclipse, we are feeling it more and more and more and more and more, because ego is saying, oh, snap, if these people know what they can do, I'm not going to be needed anymore. So let me make it more comfortable. All right? So, knowing that, hey, Farah, good morning. Knowing that, when we're finally going through that, I call it a vortex of change, that we finally let go of that ego. It should be in the last full moon of this month. Remember, February there is no full moon. So whatever you want to happen will need to happen now, or you got to wait until March. I'm not kidding. If what you're doing is writing your intentions and you're writing all your stuff, it's not going to be as strong on February as it's going to be in March or this full moon. Okay? All right. So we're going there. Today is Friday. We're feeling happy. We're feeling energetic. Oh my God, it's Friday. I'm going to do all these things this weekend. Well, by this afternoon, what is going to happen is that the moon is going to enter Gemini. Oh my God. This is where we need to start getting busy. All right? You are going to start getting busy, and everything that you were thinking of doing Saturday and Sunday, it's going to become a blur. It's going to be Monday when you wake up your eyes again. But again, Uriel is saying, hey, it doesn't have to be that way. Let that parade pass. Pick and be responsible for your spiritual journey. And it doesn't matter if that parade is passing by. What matters is that you pick responsibly the things that you need to do, because you are going to be busy with things that you are not going to be able to control. So if you become responsible spiritually and physically and emotionally and mentally, you are going to be able to get all the things you wanted to get done today for the busy that you're going to have Saturday and Sunday. Now, Saturday's going to come, and we're going to be under the Gemini moon. So you are going to be, it is important for Geminis and for anyone with a Gemini moon, and everyone in general, because we all have a Gemini somewhere in our astrological chart. We need to open up conversations, make it a game night, a board game night, and yeah, make it like a board game night. Bring in pizza. Make it a family thing. It's okay they're going to bicker. It's okay they're going to be like giving you hell, especially kids that want to be doing this and not playing a board game. It's okay. Some of them, you're going to experience sarcasm at some point. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Let that sarcasm pass by in that parade. You're not going to pick, you're not going to pick that you're going to accept sarcasm. No, you're going to pick the good parts of that night. So Saturday night, make it special, whether it's board games, whether it's going bowling, Make it special with your family. All right? Because that is what you need to do as we gear towards that lunar eclipse. It's that what's important is what we keep close, whether it's family, whether it's a positive family, positive situations, positive feelings, all those wonderful things. Those are the things we need to keep together. But here comes Sunday. Sunday is going to be a day, and I want you to get back to me and tell me what happened on Sunday, and if it was true that you felt this way. Sunday is going to be the kind of day that you're going to wake up, and you're going to be on top of your bed, and you're going to wonder why you need to get up. It is going to be the kind of day that you're not going to be wanting to do much of anything. And the moon is going to enter Cancer late morning to early afternoon, he said. I wrote all this down because since I typed so fast, he's talking, I'm typing, so I wouldn't forget anything. Guess what you're going to be able to do? You are going to have the opportunity to actually focus on family, on chores, on things that you didn't do on Saturday because you were having fun on Saturday. Even though it's you're gonna see the chaos pass by in that parade. You let that chaos pass by. Chaos. See ya. Bye. Oh, there's the floaty. There's anger. Oh, goodbye, anger. See ya. Nice to see ya. You're gonna let that parade pass by. But guess what? You're going to want to pick the good feelings. Oh my God! You're gonna even want to cook. For anyone that cooks, you're going to want to make something special for your family or for yourself. Do it. Don't stop yourself from doing it. Don't do that. So I got enough information up to Sunday from him. It's amazing that the angels are, and it doesn't get me by surprise, so connected to astrology, and the information that Uriel was able to give me and for me to share is so important. It was so good because what he is telling us is we need to sit back these first 3 months and pick our battles. Pick what we need to go through, what we want to go through. We don't have to pick the bad parts. We can pick and work with the good parts. All right? And then we work things out in the background with them. But most importantly, we're too hard on ourselves. We're being too hard. We're putting expectations that we are not ready to face. So you guys just hang in there. Continue your quest in the spiritual side. There's a lot to learn. I'm still learning. I'm learning now astrology connected to the angels because it doesn't come in any other way. But get yourselves out of the funk that you're in. You've got 3 months to do this because the 3 months that are coming up next after that, that's your testing ground. Okay? So learn everything that you can learn. Read everything that you can read. Ask questions. Become a user in groups that you are in where you answer questions, where you learn. Take a class, whether it's with me or with anybody in Facebook or any other school. Take classes. Learn things. Learn to defend yourself spiritually, astrologically, emotionally, because you're going to need it for the summer. There's a lot of groundwork, a lot of personal work, and a lot of spiritual work that's coming in the summer. And right now, you need to prepare for that. Okay? So I hope the messages got to where it needed to. I know that Uriel was a little frustrated with me because it just doesn't come in. It just doesn't. And it will, because I'm working really hard for it. At some point, it's going to snap. But I wanted to give you guys that information because it was a 1 hour long meditation. He had a lot to say, and a lot of pictures in my mind. So I would love for you guys to be positive. I need you to be positive. Uriel needs you to be positive. Okay? All right. I hope you all have a beautiful Friday. Happy Sunday. And a responsible weekend. Remember, responsibility in spirituality can be flawless. All right? All right. I hope you all have a beautiful weekend. And share with us. Post. Make posts. Even if the post is what I do, that I want to bite you because I love you. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.